to the Emirates room by Game Breakers. This is our third episode, and with me, at this time I said I need to get more gunners with me so that we could talk more football, talk more Arsenal, talk more gunners. And I'm here with Kazim, and I'm here with Khalifa. And we're going to start off with the conversation of us needing a striker, because what has been happening so far. Kazim, what do you have to say? Do we need a striker at Arsenal?
Of course we do. We do. Since Aubameyang left, we have not had a little striker like that. We got Gabriel from Man City, and sadly has not been top of his game. And sadly, just like Partey, when you need us the most, you find him injured. So we definitely need a striker, not just any other striker, a striker at the caliber of Victor Osimhen, and like top striker, but really do need a striker at Arsenal.
Do you think a false nine can help us get there?
I don't want a false nine. I want a properly defined striker, not a false nine. Because in Arsenal today we could have Trossard as a false nine.
Yeah.
But we don't need that. We need somebody, a box-to-box striker, the Wandowski kind of striker. That's what we need in Arsenal. And I will always emphasize, the only striker you have out there is Victor Osimhen. So we must get him.
We must get him. That's a strong statement.
We ought to.
Okay, Khalifa, how do you see it?
Well, looking at Arsenal's stats this season, we have the most goals from set piece. The goals are evenly distributed around the team. Everything seems to be fine. All is well at the moment. Free-flowing football, scoring a lot of goals. A traditional number 9 for me should not be top of our priority. If you ask me, we also are going to have a lot of players leave, possibly at the end of the season. We are kind of short in some areas.
Yeah.
We have a fit Jesus back. A fit Jesus, not just a fit Jesus, but the Jesus we signed in his first season at Arsenal, that was last year. We have a Jesus back with that mentality, and everybody firing. Big ups to Nikiova, our set piece coach.
Yeah.
We're doing beautifully well in set pieces. And the main reason why you need a point man is for set pieces. But now we've shown that there are other ways of doing things. I'll speak with pride now. There are other ways of doing things. You signed a midfielder, a defensive midfielder for 105 million. And we're not even feeling that we spend that much money. That is what when we say quality. I think the other day on GameBreakerspod, I was talking about us needing a signing that will take us to the next level just after Trossard, following in the lights of signing Trossard, and I think we've done that with Dex so far. So we have to spend another 105 to buy a defender. I don't care. But I feel we will do better having a more balanced team for me. So if we do sign a striker, good for us. But I have my personal opinion. I think having a striker might disrupt the flow of the game that we want to play. We want to dominate completely. We don't want to become a predictable team that goes to the wing and crosses from the byline or cut back with a crosser. So having this free-flowing pattern, I think it serves us better in the long run.
Yeah, I feel like the flow of the game, the flow of Arsenal right now, it's going well. So it's only right for us to maintain this kind of positive energy that is going around the team, so we can hold on with the striker, because every other thing is going well. But eventually we will get a striker. But at this point, if we keep on going like this and make everybody play their best, because if we get a striker now, some of these players might feel like they need to, they can relax and not push forward. Because guys, we have all the goals spreading around the team, from Saliba to Gabriel to Odegaard to Declan Rice to Trossard to Martinelli to Saka. I'm not going to say I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to actually keep on going to Nketiah to Gabriel Jesus, as in everywhere. Vieira hasn't been around, but Vieira has. I think he has a goal this season.
Yeah.
Vieira is going to come back and is going to have more goals. So we have goals being spread around the whole team. And I get what you're saying, but Man City had this and they did not have a main striker for a while. They had Gabriel Jesus. Basically, were following the same blueprint. And eventually, after they won what they felt like they needed to win, they still brought Haaland.
And did Haaland make them become more goal threatening?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Now, see, that is the point. If we had the top 9, we wouldn't lose games like Arsenal, West Ham,
yes,
at the Emirates. We wouldn't lose games to Fulham.
Yes.
The likes of Jesus, Martinelli had clear-cut chances, and they couldn't utilize it. So if we had a proper top 9, a proper finish, some of those chances, it depends on how the coach sets up the team or builds the team around the striker.
Yeah.
And that's not the kind of team that plays at the crosses. We are a free-flowing team. So if we get the striker, it will aid. See, when we have clear-cut chances, they will bury it. So that's the point I'm making. When you want Gabriel to come through, he wouldn't. That's why you need a striker. Even the match against Nottingham Forest, he scored the goal we didn't expect him to score. And the goals that he ought to score, he didn't.
True.
Proper striker wouldn't do that. He wouldn't restrict our play.
I don't think using Gabriel Jesus there is the best for us at this point. That's why I brought the whole idea of using a false 9, which at this point we have Kai Havertz, we have Trossard. Now, it's not about getting a striker, it's about getting the right striker. And so far, I'll tell you that I'm trusting the process. It's not about buying anybody that'll come in and disrupt the flow of the team. We need to get the right person. If we haven't seen the right person, we can't just go for anybody. We can go out there and get Tony, and it will disrupt our flow. So I feel like it's about trusting the process, which we have been doing to the best of our ability at this point, and we have gotten to where we are now, which the sky is the limit.
Well, I think for Arteta to have not signed a striker in January, quite alright. Yes, the funds were limited. A lot of teams didn't do transfers, but we can see that he's not even panicking about it. So let's trust the process.
On this same discussion, how do we, at this point now where we are right now, after scoring 6 goals, how do we see Kai Havertz's influence on the team?
The influence is there, but personally, I think he's still the man lacking confidence.
No, do you feel like it's a bad deal, or do you feel like he's going to build up to what we're expecting from what Arteta wants him to do?
For me, the jury is still out. 65 million like Kai Havertz, it's not looking like a bargain to me. It's looking like he was overpriced. I'm not going to lie. But when Havertz plays, especially in the big games against Liverpool and City, it is clear that we need strikers in those type of games. I would agree with you that we do need like a proper number 9, a points man. Because now what we leverage on is Havertz's height and physical presence in those games, and it has served us. So those are the games where you need someone someone that the other players can come in on off, like having the ball bounce off him onto the wingers brings us closer to creating chances, if you ask me. So I think Havertz at the moment, for me, I wouldn't come out to say anything on Havertz signing yet. I think we will do this. We should come back to having this conversation come the end of the season.
So far you don't have, like, you can't say yay or nay for Havertz. That's it. What's your take, man?
Initially I took about to be a very bad signing, but over time the game against City and most obvious the game against Liverpool, I begin to see that Arteta brought that guy to make a nuisance of himself in the team. So you find out that the defense, the midfield, and going forward is not there to score goals, and that is my concern. It's just there to frustrate defenders, so as to give room for Saka and Martinelli to go forward, and that's what I feel.
That's a good diversion technique.
That is what Arteta bought him for. That's what Arteta bought him for. But I feel we should be getting more than that from the 65 million signing.
He was overpriced. Like, that goes without saying.
That guy shouldn't want beyond 35. Max 40.
37. No, that 5 7. Let's keep that 5.
So, but that 65, I feel we gave Chelsea too much, but it's fine.
But like we're saying, we're trusting the process because Arteta doesn't. If you've noticed something with his signings, I think a lot of planning and thinking goes into it, and the possible benefits of such a player in his team. So for me, I think there is a reason why he was brought to us now. So we just have to wait and see how this unfolds. And remember, when Arteta brought Havertz in, he said. He talked about this being a very, very difficult season. He said it was going to be a very, very tough season.
Yeah.
And so far, with a Premier League race as close as it is right now, then it is actually a tough season, as he has said.
Yes.
So I don't really know the thought process that goes into Edu and Arteta's signing decisions, but let's just see how this plays out.
Well, talking about the thought process, it is clear that Arteta gets players not just about their footballing abilities on the pitch. It's also the kind of mentalities those players come with. Clearly, someone like Jorginho, we did not see the sense in Jorginho, but over time we have seen the importance of how important he is for the general squad. And with this, we're going to dive into the next topic, which is Declan Rice this season.
Bang them, local, guys.
Declan Rice this season, like I know the issues we had the season before about Partey being out and how it affected us, and now having someone like Declan Rice and Partey is out again, and we haven't even noticed. So like, just say a bit about Declan Rice. I don't even know how to phrase it because
Declan Rice is to Arsenal what Bellingham is to Madrid.
I feel like even more.
Even more. Because we have Declan Rice. We have Declan Rice doing what the likes of El Neni couldn't do when Partey was absent.
Yes.
So you have a guy now who scores goals, who's good at set piece, who defends, and if we had gotten that guy for 150 million, I wouldn't still regret it. The guy wants every penny.
Yes.
That's how good Declan Rice, and Declan Rice can single-handedly take us now to the league. Yes, he can. He can.
Claims right there.
I'm telling you this: if Arsenal loses Declan Rice to injury, God forbid, today,
yes, typical Nigerians.
Our title challenge ends that day.
Yeah.
Similar to what happened to last season, Saliba to Miyasu, but our team right now, in case you don't know, is built around Declan Rice. If he goes down, we're going down with it. That's how good he is.
Okay, but not to sound pessimistic, on the positive side,
yes,
Partey is on his way back from injury. Hopefully this time he stays up. He
For how long?
Fit for
2-3 games.
If he stays fit enough for him to make a couple of appearances in the Champions League, that will also serve us in the long run. Give Dex the right amount, the breathing time he needs.
Yes, because I feel like the same burnout that happened to Saka, which I feel like these players are really young, and it will be difficult for the burnout to occur, especially for someone like Declan Rice. But nevertheless, we need to take these things into consideration. Having someone like Partey come back, and now where Champions League matches are coming, we need to put Partey on while Declan Rice, either he comes in second half or he starts and he goes off for Partey. But we can't just keep on having these players playing consistently 90 minutes.
Them as a pivot, it's actually going to serve.
It's going to serve because it's going to reduce the work rate.
Workload. But let's still on Rice. Have you noticed his transition? Rice is transitioning into the elite footballer. For me, I mean, the charisma is there. He's now on set piece duty. We didn't see him take set pieces at West Ham.
Yeah.
I think, he wasn't taking set pieces.
No. Antonio said different. Antonio said, guy was so good at taking set piece that you had to name him something. I forgot what
he said. He had
name.
takers. That the guy had good.
Yes, it was good.
No, but we didn't see
that.
It wasn't this.
Okay,
what I'm saying is now you're not seeing him that those set piece contribution being effective.
Yeah.
But here at Arsenal, you can see from. I mean, as of right now, arguably one of our best set piece takers. I mean, corner kicks, especially on the left side, it looks amazing. So. Yes, and then with the goals he's been putting in.
Yeah.
So this is, for me, I am seeing this guy coming into his best. Coming into his best, I would say he's peaking as of right now. We're coming in with the goals, the assists, and just being Declan Rice, just being everywhere on the pitch, covering as much ground as.
It's safe to say we have gotten after spending this money, it's safe to say we have gotten an upgraded version of Declan Rice again, because he sits back perfectly. He can sit in between Saliba and Gabriel, and he can also push. He has been pushing forward at West Ham, but in Arsenal now he plays the defensive side perfectly.
And still pushes forward.
He does all that, and he's still taking set pieces.
Yeah, I mean,
he's just
I
amazing.
mean, with Arteta's formulation, you're seeing Rice trying to win the ball high up the pitch. So he's not just sitting back and waiting to defend or to absorb pressure. He's high up winning the ball. He's high up leading attacks. He's high up there causing one or two havoc every now and again. So it's safe to say we didn't just sign a
regular
conventional defensive.
Nah, man, we got the main deal.
Yeah.
And at this point, we would like to say a good thank you, and keep liking, keep subscribing, keep following Emirates, keep following Game Breakers. We will have a lot for you. We have a lot coming up.
Also
And
share.
Like, share, subscribe, send to somebody, to tap to that other person, to send to that other person. We out.
And keep supporting us now.
Keep supporting the Gunners.